So, Linda,
Yes,
I think you're
Samuel.
doing the introduction.
Well, I don't know. I think you should do it. You're really good at it.
Really?
Yeah,
No, you
really.
do it.
No, I insist. I insist.
Okay. Linda, it's a delight to be here with you today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining to this Q&A. Always excited to do this. My name is Samuel.
And I'm Linda.
And so we are breaking this into 3 different parts. We will start with a shout out to one of our amazing customers. Talk a little bit about the rally that we just came back from. Second,
We'll be answering your questions or what's new at Escape, and then
the question.
the questions.
That's right. So we'll start with Ruth Buzzard. Ruth, thank you very much for being part of our Escape family. And you bought a 17-foot in 2007.
And
Yeah.
it looks like you ordered it back in 2006 in September. So that's almost 20 years ago.
Yes, and we have some fun stats here for all of us. So your Escape has never been in a garage, so it lives in the wild.
Where it should be.
That's right. And you mentioned that you are appreciative of the fact that it doesn't leak. What else have you got, Linda?
Apparently she's traveled 300,000 kilometers in her little 17B.
And I've got a little map for us to look at. So, Ruth, you've been to the 4 corners of the continent. So we are up here. That's Alaska.
Alaska. And then she went on to Inuvik, Northwest Territories.
Over there. Moving east.
To Newfoundland.
South.
To Key West, Florida.
And this is my favorite here.
Cabo San Lucas in the Baja area of Mexico.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So, Ruth, thank you very much. It's a testimony to the longevity of your little trailer. And we really appreciate it. We were talking about this earlier, and we consider you a little bit of a pioneer.
You sure
of
are.
Escape, right? If you think about the first trailers were built in 2003, 2004. So you're not far off from that.
No, not at all. One of the originals.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. Whether you're just joining Escape or if your trailer is from 2000s. Really appreciate your support and how you built this company.
Yes, thank you.
Rally highlights.
The rally is always fun. So every May, we host a customer appreciation rally in Osoyoos, British Columbia. The backdrop is absolutely stunning. The company is absolutely amazing.
It is. And Linda, what are the highlights for you at this rally?
Oh, for me, you know what I'm going to say.
I know.
You know what I'm going to say. I love reconnecting with people that I've worked with in the past. Some people that I worked with way back in 2018. I get to see them every year, like a little bit of a family reunion. It's very warm and fuzzy, and also even just meeting people for the first time that I worked with, this year or last year. Getting to put a face to the name is always also fun.
Yes.
And what about you?
Well, for me, it's very similar. I love the interaction and the relationship building. And there's a lot of learning involved. For us at Escape, we get feedback, which
Very
we bring
true.
home.
Yeah.
But there's also learning for all of us. So we did this year, we had 2 presentations.
Right. With Cozy Camper Living and
Hub Power.
Hub Power. That was very informative.
That's right. And we had a lot of breakout sessions.
Yeah.
First time.
Yeah. And that was very unique. And I don't even know how many we had in total, but you could
pick.
It
was 10 or 11, something.
Yeah, you could pick whichever one you wanted to attend. So I think there was information for something for everybody.
Yes. Yes. So, and we had other fun stuff like bingo.
Bingo. Yeah, that got pretty rowdy.
Yeah.
It was very competitive. Yeah, and lots of good prizes.
Yes. And we did count. I counted the dogs. I hope I got it right. I think it was at least 34.
That's
maybe
a lot.
more. We had them all in a circle.
That's a
so
lot.
They had fun too.
Yeah, they sure
Yes.
did.
Next rally, next year, we will send you an email when this is going to happen. So this has not been revealed yet, but it will come in an email later this year. Also, thank you if you joined. Warm welcome to join us next year.
Absolutely. And it fills up fast. So as soon as you get that email, you might want to consider booking, because you'll have to book with us and you also have to book with the campground as well.
Yeah. And if you want to see what this is all about, go to our website under owners. You'll find the rally 2026 rally tab. There's a little video and lots of pictures as well.
Yeah, lots of pictures.
Okay, Linda, I think we are going into the next section of what's new at Escape.
Yes, yes. So what's new, Samuel?
Well, I see you are wearing an interesting hat there.
Oh, you have the same
Yes,
one.
so
I like your hat.
we have a rebranding exercise. So the E23 will now be called
the E24. It's right here
E24.
somewhere.
Linda, why are we doing this?
Well, it turns out somebody wasn't very good at measuring.
Okay.
Maybe. We don't know why for sure, but originally when we launched the E23, it was advertised as a 23.
Yeah.
But lo and behold, it is not.
It's actually 24 feet and 7
inches.
Yes.
Yeah, 24/7.
Yeah, there will be a video later today specifically on that, like a little reveal video. So take a look at that as well.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Okay, now
the hybrid bath.
In which trailer?
The E23.
No.
Tell me about it.
E24.
Oh, yes, E24.
I'm
Old
sorry.
habits die hard. So tell me about that.
Yes,
Samuel.
so that one is now available as a base feature.
Right.
We built all our E24s with this new hybrid bath. And basically, you open the door and in the corner you have your toilet. And then on the other side, your sink and shower. And there's a little bit of a separation, so you can pull a curtain over.
So your toilet doesn't get wet.
Yeah, so that's going to be new. It also has a lower step, so if mobility is a concern, it'll be easier to get in and out of that bathroom.
Yeah, sounds good.
Now, cushions.
Cushions.
We have some news on that, Linda. That's your section.
We recently phased out some of our less popular fabrics and introduced 3 new ones. So this part always really gets me excited. So the first one I want to show you, this one is called Cereal. So it has like a nice light gray background with some black striping and some like lighter blue striping in it as well. So that would go really nice if you're going with a white interior or gray interior. I'll pass that to you.
It looks good with the table here.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does. It would look good with this blue interior too.
Yeah.
Look at that. All right. And then this one, that one's called Cereal, by the way. This one's called Gola. I really like this one because it's quite neutral. And it also will go with a warmer decor, or it will also go with gray because there is tiny bits of gray in here. So I really like this one. And this one is Gola. And then last but not least, we have this one, which is called Delta Taupe. So it is an ultra leather, nice and soft, nice and buttery feeling. So it's quite a warm tone to it. And again, that will go with a variety of interiors. So there you have our 3 new fabric selections.
Beautiful.
We're constantly trying to evaluate, popularity and just kind of roll with, the times and see how we can modernize things just a little bit.
And for those who wonder which floor plan we are sitting in today, it's a 21 Classic.
It is. And this one is done in Mystic Blue. It's quite striking, actually. So you could have this in any one of our models from the 13 up to the E24, Samuel.
You got it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So next section is questions. And I took 2 that are combined. So we have at Donny Cole 3472 and Jennifer Huffman. So a new model announcement. I guess I should wait until today. Yes.
Yeah.
And also
Here it comes.
and Jennifer wrote, what is the current status of other floor plans and components for the E13? So why don't we talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So we are like this close for launch on the new floor plans. Oh, we did launch it. Well, how about that? See, I told you we were that close, and that was about 15 minutes ago. So now we're that close. So it officially has been launched. So I believe the online builder is now live.
Mhm.
Awesome. So you can finally see that. Should we talk about what the
Some of the options?
possibilities?
Yes, yeah.
So we'll have two different well, not floor plans, but two different builds, I would call them, because you can have the same floor plan essentially, but two different builds. You'll have the option to add an air conditioner. You can add solar panels. You can add the body lift kit. What else?
I heard of bunk beds.
Ah, yes.
Mhm.
So there will be an option for bunk beds in the front of the E13. You can also do a U-shaped dinette in the rear, or you can go with the standard two-person dinette at the front and the permanent rear bed at the back. What else? Water heater and exterior shower.
Mm.
Um,
How about colors?
Colors, yes. So you're not limited anymore to the 13 colors that we initially launched. The door is wide open on exterior colors. You can do interior colors like this as well. So yeah, there's all kinds of possibilities there now. And I'm certain as time goes on, that will evolve.
Yeah. And if you don't want any colors,
You
we
can do just a white
just the
shell.
white one.
Just
Yes.
a white shell. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're excited to see that. Now, bathroom in the E13,
Mm,
it's unfortunately no.
yeah,
But
not at this time.
we do have a composting toilet option that's coming.
Oh, for
At
the
least I
E13?
heard that.
Oh.
So hopefully it's coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
Um,
exciting.
Good. So next question. This is also on the E13. This is from Andrew and Corey Wilson. Thank you for tuning in today.
Hi, Andrew and Corey.
And so the question is, our question for you is, can you provide a status update on the E13 safety bulletin that was released a month ago regarding the use of the Dometic refrigerator in propane mode? Has there been progress to resolve the issue? Is there a timeline for a solution? And any details on what exactly the problem is? So that's a big question.
That is a
And
very
it's a big
question.
topic for us.
Yeah, it sure
So,
is. And
yeah.
I mean, first and foremost, we're concerned, and your safety is our priority.
Yeah.
We have to say. And apparently, there's inadequate insulation around the refrigerator. Is that my understanding?
Yeah, so heat builds up, and I've heard concerns that there may also be fumes that could enter the trailer. So that's why we're saying not to use it on the propane mode. But we have a solution.
And what is the solution, Sam?
Yes, so our engineering team, they found a fix, and we have tested this. So we are going to do a recall, and it will be three items that we are addressing here.
Okay.
So the first one will be an install of an additional lower vent. Now, some trailers already have that lower vent, but we'll install a bigger one.
Okay.
Second one, we'll insulate the fridge cavity. And third, we install a fan to vent any remaining excess heat and to ensure the adequate airflow.
Okay.
And
is this ready yet or not quite?
Almost. So
Okay.
we are waiting
Like
for
that close.
sufficient. That's right. We're waiting for sufficient parts because the plan is for us to send you those parts and also a write-up, standard operating procedures, how to do the fix. So you can bring this to an RV station and they have an exact plan of how to fix it.
Okay.
And we'll reach out to all of you. So all of you that are affected. And we are very, very close on finalizing that. So our apologies for that. And thank you for bearing us with us and your patience.
All right. And then this one here is from Dominic. And he asks, what's the best way to remove oxidation besides using the wax on, wax off method? Well, Dominic, I have to say, wax on, wax off is about the only way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we brought a little sample here. I always find this intriguing to look at. This is a cut through from an escape wall with the internal headliner. But really, when you look at it, it's hard to see, but I'll put maybe my little finger there. So you see the gel coat on the outside and then followed by the fiberglass. The gel coat is just a tiny little strip. So when it comes to polishing that and buffing it out, you want to be careful with the grain that you're using because you don't have a ton of material to play with. So
a polisher, buffing with a polisher.
yes, and I made a note here to spell that out. McGuire. Meguiar, McGuire. So that's a famous,
very well known,
very well known brand.
Polish, yeah, and cleaner, automotive, etc.
Yeah, and then it comes down to: are you using a machine to buff this out, or elbow grease? And if you're using this manually, Scotch-Brite or Vim might be okay. Again, look at the granularity.
Yeah, you want to not be too coarse or abrasive.
Yes. And would you go left, right, or would you go
circular,
like this?
Wax on, wax off.
That's right. And we do that so that we don't create grooves or indents. So that's right.
And I guess if there's, further information you would require on that, you can always reach out to our support team.
Yeah.
And they may have alternate solutions or suggestions.
And with that, we highly recommend to what we call create a ticket. So you go to the website, contact us after sales, and you put that in, it creates a task for us to reach out to you. And on another note, if you don't want to wax it yourself, there's businesses out there that do that.
That's a good idea.
Right? We have met the folks from CGI Detailing. They're in Tennessee.
Okay.
And they specialize in that, and they also put ceramic coating on it. We don't, whether you use ceramic coating or wax on, wax off, that's entirely up to you, but that's another option that's out there. Okay.
All right. And then we have Suzanne, a Bottaroli Denton. She would like to know if she can get an owner's video for the new digital thermostats.
Right. So the new thermostat, for those who are not quite sure what it is, so white box with a little wheel underneath. We haven't done a video on that one yet. Yeah, there's one in this trailer. So maybe if we do another, walkthrough, we might touch on that. But in the meantime, I would recommend, if you have any questions, you may have a manual in your trailer for that, or you can just ask us again on the after sales. Send us the manual. It's just 2 pages, and it's pretty